Alright, it's a lazy Sunday afternoon. I'm out here messing around again. My door actuator is going up. You hear the other ones moving. So my experience with this tells me that it's one thing. It is our door actuator. This is not the actuator altogether. This is the housing unit. This is a lot of stuff actually. The actuator is right here. We're gonna take it off on the old one to see exactly what's going on. But just like anything in the door, we gotta take the door panel off. My first item up for bid is this little this nook here. That reveals 2 screws. And then we go to this one. You can click it out with your hand. Maybe not. Got another screw here. And then you got another 2 screws behind here. One should be here and one should be here. But you pull this piece out by digging in like so. And then you just pull it up. So you got these 2, you got this one, you have one and there, and one and there. So we got all the screws out, and we're going to gently pull to unloosen everything all the way around. There we go. Get this side. And go to maybe lift from this side. Yep, just like that. And we're just gonna pull it off. Don't forget you got these 3. 1, you got 2, and then you got your light, your courtesy light all the way at the bottom down there by my foot. So you actually take that back. You have 4. You have 1 here. You have this notch that's looking into your door handle. This is going to your power window, and this is the courtesy light. To get this one out, you gotta take your you gotta pop your power window housing unit up first, and then this is at the bottom. So this is the power steering housing. You plug it unplug it from here, then you can get out of the back there and then pull it off. I'll show you when I put it back on. But there we're lifting the skirt a little, and essentially again what I'm doing is I'm placing all of that, like the hook, all this, well, yep, this is with it as well. So it's not actually, we're not actually doing the actuator, but I'm going to take the old one off and look at the actuator if you were to buy that part separate. So this is the entire housing. But one of the main things people run into are these bad boys right here, and we have a easy fix for that. Got yourself your impact driver. I'm gonna smack this real hard. Hit it, and it should dislodge everything. And just like that, they're out. I took all of 1 minute. Just really whack them. Don't twist. Just hitting it with the impact alone. No torque needed. Just hit it alone should dislodge everything. And now I'm just gonna pull all this. I'm gonna take this one off. Pull these notches out. Pull these notches out from the other side. Pull this notch out, unbolt that, and this whole thing should come out. And getting these out, I'm going back behind the metal here, and I am pinching this with my hand like that and pushing it out. Yeah, it'll take a little bit, but you should be all right. I'm trying to do this one. up here, and it's out. So you're pinching that with your fingers. Fingers of steel. All right, so there are a few things. Everything's undone. Also a latch here that you have to push off as well. Again, I'm gonna mark it in the video, but once I pull it out, I'll show you what it's latching onto. But there's one. I don't know, I gotta look at it. I can't see it because my phone, I'm looking directly to the phone. I have to take that off of this rod. Pop that off. All right, there it is. I pushed it off of my finger. And you don't have to do that one at all. Forget that one. It's just one. You pop that off. I can now take this rod out. See, that latches into that, and this whole unit is now free to come out. But before you start pulling everything out, just make sure you're looking at what you're doing. So you understand how it goes back in. So these were linked to here. All right, and this one is going to go the same way as that one back there. So just be mindful. And there they go. There they go in all their similarities. This is the old one. This is the one that was broken. This is the new one. So this is the latch you got to pop off. And you're popping it off a steel rod. You have more than enough room to get your hand in there and push this back, and you should be fine. But we're just at this point reversing the process. So again, we're not changing. This is the actuator. The actuator is this part right here. We're gonna go and do that on this one after I put this one back in. But this is the hard part's over. You can get the actuator off. But let's say we've taken the actuator unit and the housing unit, and we want to get the actuator out. First, we got to remove this screw in the middle, and then on the back side, we got a screwdriver, and we're gonna press this in between this right here. We're gonna press this piece down so we can lift all of this off. Let me show you that again. We're gonna press this piece in here down so we can get this part up and off. And then once you get that piece off, it all goes this way back to you. So you got to get these cords off and stuff like that, and it comes off like that. And then you take this off. Just like all your other wires, you pop this up and pull this out. Let me do it in front of you. So you push this part wire down. This thumb is pushing that up, that purple part up. So that's up. Then you just pull it out. And then when you put it back, when you're pulling it off, there's a latch. This latch, you gotta go into this hole, and then you just, when you put it back on, there it is. It's just like that. You push that out, and then you replace this part, and then you go backwards. But we didn't do that, so that's just showing you how to get to it if you need to. But this is the rod to unlock your door. So this is what I was trying to show, or I'm trying to show here. There's a rod that needs to go into this hole. You put it in this hole, and then you bring this sleeve over top to grab onto the rod. So when you unlock your door from the outside, or you're actually trying to get in, this is what's pulling this up and down, that rod to unlock your door. And then the first thing we do, once we have everything all together, we have to put this that rod back in that hole. back in this hole on this actuator, and then you bring the sleeve up on it. So we're actually technically looking at it inverted, so we're on the back side, so we have to put it this way and then bring the sleeve on the rod that way. So these bottomed out, so that's fine. This is actuated is exactly where it needs to be. Now I can start flexing everything else. This there is a, let me show you. Hold on. There's this is your the back side of your window rod. All right, you're gonna have to, I took the bolt out initially, but you're gonna flex this back like that to get, as you see, the actuator plugged in there. You come down here, you're right on top of this, but you don't go too far up, so you can squeeze everything in there. But if it's just flex this up and you should be fine, and then put those screws in it, everything should be fine as well. And I'm over here checking my work. Yeah. The plugs are back in. It's not going down because I got the car door open, but it's definitely moving. That's unlocked. It's already unlocked. There you go. And you hear it moving and functioning inside. All right, that's it. For at least putting it back in. Recap. Here, these three here, to get off impact driver. Popping this out, popping this out, popping this out. Yeah, popping this out, popping this out, popping this out. You're not taking the whole thing off, just so you can get that room to get all this out. These are your this is your electrical. 1, 2. So these are just like every other clip on. You press in and pull out. And that's it. Got all your plastic back on. Then we're getting this, and this back on the panel. And this is the part we're going to start with first. And we're going to put this on the door. It's like hanging it. Make sure you filtrate the door knob through the hole. I need 2 hands. And there we are. Make sure everything's down. Come back and wipe this off if your fingers are gooey from the interior plastic goo. That's cool. Whoop. You gotta bring that cord through here first and then click it up. Almost before you even put this on. Well, you just take this whole thing off and put it up through here. And we're putting this on this, like putting it in just like any other clip. And then we're clipping it back in. So it's nice and pretty. All right. Now we're just getting back all the screws. You got 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. You gotta get your door latch. I'm sorry, no screws yet. You still plugging the stuff in. You gotta get your door latch. We got this one, and the one for the actual door handle. All right, so we got this hook back there. Got this back on. Courtesy light and power window. Now we're putting the screws back in. And make sure you're looking at your weather strip in here. Make sure all this is just old, but make sure it's not funky looking. In the event that the rains come, you hold on. All right, there we go. It's up. Maybe the driver's side might not be working. There we go. All right. Got worried for a minute. You can like, you can subscribe. You got any questions or concerns with this particular project? Put them in the comment section. Until then, not until then, until next time. Something is definitely going on with this driver's side. I might be doing this on the driver's side all over again.